Dirty funk.
Yo. This hit that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band's about that money. Bring it on.
Baby, you can't stop. I know you like this. Dirty funk.
Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show up. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band about that money. Break it down.
Man, I'm tired of singing. Dirty pop.
Uptown, funky up, uptown, funky up, uptown, funky up, uptown, funky up, say uptown, funky up, uptown, funky up, uptown, funky up, uptown, funky up, come on, dance, jump on it, if you sex, say it, flown, if you freak, say it, own it, don't brag about it, come show me, come on, dance, jump on it, if you sex, say it, flown, well, it's Saturday night, we in the spot, don't believe it, just watch, come on.
Howdy, my funks, my technos, and my non-binary discos. It's me. Okay. Fuck yeah, disco time. Here I am. It just occurred to me, I always draw my, the omega sign on my outfit a lot higher than it actually is. Like, let me look at it. Like, this one right here. I always draw it, like, up here whenever I, like, actually draw myself. Because I always put it, like, in line with the heart. But no, it's actually closer to the rainbow. Like, the hourglass is in the right spot, the droplet's in the right spot, because that's on the elbow. But I always imagine this to be higher. I don't know why. Noted for the future. What if I just stream like this? What if I just streamed like looking over at the screen like this? What do these glyphs mean? They're emblematic of me. What if I streamed like this? Would you people enjoy like this perspective? Like, is this what the people want? This is the kind of like view somebody has when they're like trying to like play a game, but also like lie down, so like they're like scrunching their chin to their chest just so they could look at the screen, like really straining their eyes. Hello, I can see you down there. Okay. It's like, oh, I guess I kind of like fucked up the line. To be fair, I just like color shifted the top more or less to get this, and then like changed the colors to like by filling them in. So makes sense. The lines are kind of sketchy now, or like a lot like looser because they're not actually colored properly. Do you guys know that my outline is like actually a 3D object? That's why it actually goes with me when you rotate the model. Neat. I don't know. I'm just looking at my model. Like I just realized that these like freckles are slightly more prominent than the ones on the other side, and now I can't unsee that fact. Like there's just like these 6 ones right here that are like more prominent. Oh, ba, ga, ja, b, t, c, agbab. I don't know why I'm noticing these like little details right now. Did you know my eyebrows move when I move my eyebrows? They're like not linked to anything. They're actually tracking my eyebrows. It's really fun. I can't wait till I update my model so that the facial tracking is even better, because that's one of my goals. That comes with the actual update of my model, which should be coming next year. The big discovery they can move. Like, I know all of these things. It just I don't look at my model enough and be like, I made that. Those things are accurate. It's kind of weird when I when I go like this and I get this smile, because it kind of squanches my little like freckles on the side of my face, which is kind of weird. I need to see into that and see what's going on there. There's a lot of like weird little details, like the fact that when I'm smiling and my eyes closed, there's like you can see like kind of like a seam there. I don't know exactly how to fix that. I would need to look into it. And also when I do that, you can see there's like a little line underneath my mouth, and that's because of the program trying to make the outlines on my model. So I would need to look into that as well, because I believe that's I think so, because the outlines are like blurred near my mouth, because otherwise they'd always be around my mouth, which is incorrect, obviously. So I would just need to move the blur up a little bit more so that doesn't happen. But I'll need to talk to Mako about that. Anyways. Me. I guess I want to be like right here. Right here. Well, I'm going to open up the game. Just down here. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Forgot to ask that. Did y'all have a good Christmas? You guys get anything fun or cool? For Christmas, I got some cubes, some monetary value. I got a couple Vimeo games from my colleagues, and I got a case of Yoo-Hoo chocolate beverage. I love Yoo-Hoo chocolate beverage. If I could be sponsored by anyone, it would be Yoo-Hoo chocolate beverage. Can somebody please at Yoo-Hoo chocolate beverage and tell them, hey, you should sponsor the weird octopus on the internet and tell them, hey, they like weird chocolate beverage, and they would like to sponsor the chocolate beverage. You got 11 troy ounces of silver and a Gorka army knife. I'm sorry, are you from... Are we in, like, ancient Rome? Are you streaming to me on your, like, stone... Are you, like, in my chat on your stone tablet? Are you delivering these messages via fucking, like, letter? Why'd you get 11 troy ounces of silver and an army knife? What is... Hi, boy. Everything I know about you just gets more confusing now. Why 11 troy ounces of silver? Did you ask for 11 troy ounces of silver? Did you go to someone like, hey, I want specifically 11 troy ounces of silver? Why not 10? Why not 12? Why 11? Why specifically in troy ounces? I know that's the measurement for metals, but like, what? Why? That's such an odd number. Right, what a great story to hear when I open stream. What story? The fact that Akahai Boy got 11 troy ounces of silver? You could kill, like, so many Jesuses with that. Dylan Rourke got a copy of House of Leaves and Socks. I'm sorry, who hates you? Just fucking... I'm kidding. House of Leaves is extremely good. I've started House of Leaves with reading with Mako, but we can only read it when we're in person because Mako gets too afraid. Like, I don't know why the book specifically is what makes him afraid. Like, even, like, he doesn't get afraid of video games, which is, you know, weird. Like, video games and movies he's fine with, but this book apparently fucks with him. So, it's a good read. Good read so far. Haven't got to any of the super freaky parts, but it's definitely eerie going in. And I love the narrative of it being like, hey, what if we wrote, like, 15 books at the same time? I must read it. Yeah, highly recommend House of Leaves. I need to read more of it, but it's just like... It is a book that knows its medium and is doing it as well as it can. Words are terrifying. I know. I hate reading them. Hannibal Luda says, I wish I could stay and watch this. Damn you, extra shifts at work. Just watch it at work. Start playing it over the intercom. And that way everyone can hear when I say that OJ was innocent. I do not... I don't think OJ was innocent. I don't know enough about the OJ trial, but I know enough about the OJ trial to be able to state that he probably did it. I don't know much, but I've heard enough about it that it's like, pretty sure the guy did it. I can't help but notice that the screen is not changed, despite the fact that I'm sitting here waiting for it to do so. You gonna do something? Let me end you with that. End your task. What are people claiming orange juice did? It was before your time, Akahai boys. It was before your times. It was way back in the year of 1811D12, when Sir Orange Juice of the Land of Musics killed his fucking wife. OJ was innocent is a great clip to have. Please do not spread around that I think that OJ is innocent. I don't. Anyone who is watching my stream looking for the context around why I said OJ was innocent. The answer is because OJ was innocent. But like... I'm kidding. Please don't take me out of context. I don't think OJ was innocent. I think orange juice in general is an innocent beverage, except like when you have toothache. Did you? Ojimer Simpson killed Marge. Shut the fuck up. But did you know that toothpaste? The reason why orange juice tastes terrible with toothpaste is because toothpaste happens to block the taste buds for sweetness. And so when you drink orange juice after, you get none of the sweetness of orange juice and just like the sour like twang of it. And that's why it tastes so revolting. Probably not better because it's mixed with the taste of mint that toothpaste typically has. So it's just a terrible time all around. Where was I? Rechival is pronounced Revishal. Orange is pronounced Oranje. Classier. Oranje. Revishal. Thank you. I really appreciate it when something has like a pronunciation guide for me. I'm gonna scoot myself up a little bit. Is this too far in the middle of the screen? I gotta shoot some more. And put this down. There, that's decent. Just block the middle of the screen, why don't I? Okay, where was I? Looking good, if anything. Let's investigate some muddy tracks.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
Yeah, we had that last time. Yeah, why are you wearing only gloves and socks? I'm also wearing underwear and a tie, so... You're incorrect. Last time we failed to punch a kid, off stream I reloaded the save like 5 times just to successfully punch the kid, just to see what happens. It's not that much better. Magnesium. I forgot how I take magnesium. It's this. Okay, what's this? Someone's trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. And we can't approach them because it makes us sick, I believe.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
What's over this line? This squinch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. What's this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Site medium. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Dressed for the occasion. Always dressed for the occasion. So, for people who did not see the first episode of me playing this... Why am I looking angry? I have pretty much all of my points put into physical and, emotional, I believe. Just the two, like, middle stats. So I have no motorics, so my senses are completely garbage. And my intelligence is completely garbage. I'm a being of instinct and mental illness.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palettes. Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What's the
Hard
feeling?
to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Talk to me.
Yes?
Okay, nothing pertinent. What's over this way?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's
Okay.
something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
There's something in there! Yeah, I assume there's something in their imagination. It's probably garbage. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too.
Seems like a reasonable assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't expect the lock. They had
We
a lock.
could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say?
Did someone say a pry bar? Physical instrument. It's not a pry bar, it's a crowbar. Are we gonna be this kind of person? We're gonna be this kind of person.
Really? Your muscles are down with either one.
Well, let's see. It's not or, Lieutenant? No or! Pry bar!
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
We're busting in, boys! Pry bar, pry bar, pry bar. Where's your car? Pry bar, pry bar.
All
Thoughts?
around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Thanks, Shivers.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
Violent and emotionally unstable. Exactly.
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Water runs down your bare chest. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
Motherfucker, finish not. What's the
Sheets
left?
of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. Sheets of rain, the ruins of a
Who are
the
you, ghosts?
skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district.
Okay.
Faint golden light seeps from the
Commerce.
office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
Goes down the shore.
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Cold City.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring
Be right
coal
back
mines.
1 second. Just
Smokestacks rise somewhere.
gotta
in
be
the
right back 1
distance.
second. Sorry, I'm back. There's a fly in my room, and I was trying to kill them, but they seem to have eluded me at this time. I never got what the orange thing under the tub is. The drain pipe. It's a drain pipe. The water has to go somewhere. Copper tubing. What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
I see. And beyond that?
La Ducienne, King Dri's passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
What's across the river distributary?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
What's beyond the Couronne?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. The great gates of the... You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty, you realize you have no shoes on. Your feet are red with cold. From the corner of his eye, the lieutenant gives your feet a worried glance. Rain drips from his glasses.
It's cool. I'm in control.
The lieutenant nods, then looks east. Behind the gates, heaps you on the Martinez Plaza. A small dock.
I don't
looking up at
need
the sky.
shoes.
Droplets form on your eyelashes. La Ducienne, Couronne, a silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. Capeside
not-
apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another.
I like
4.46
Shivers.
millimeter
It's just
bullets
like,
still
hey,
lodged in their wall
what if you just
stone
knew what was going on around you? You have no memory, but you suddenly have the perfect knowledge of literally everything going on in your vicinity.
Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields.
Okay.
The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold.
I don't think
The
statues can
canal
get
bridge
cold.
has been raised.
Okay,
The
that's it.
road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes.
I see. What do you mean the capital of the world?
It's home.
Jam- Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
Shit, why did Shivers just say that?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Have a brother in the cut where the wood at. Why am I not
To
there?
be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shutter, look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain.
I see.
Satellite Officer Jean Vichmer rushes down the precinct stairs, umbrella in hand. It's unopened. He doesn't seem pleased about the spring rain.
Thanks, Esprit de Corps. Why, we know what Jean Vichmer is doing. One second, I gotta... Why am I looking annoyed? I am not annoyed. I am looking fine. Stop that. Ah. Weird. Don't know what's going on with that. I gotta fix my sensitivity on that one.
On the bridge, Officers Torson and McLean are standing guard. Torson wears jeans and a fishnet wife-beater. Satellite Officer Vichmer passes by, and the young man remarks to him.
Where's your homo, homie?
Here's your homo, homie. I see.
What?
It's not like that. They're what is called heterosexual life partners. They have a battle-tested relationship. A brother-bund, if you will.
Thanks, Chester McLean.
Huh? Yeah.
He opens his umbrella, but the wind immediately turns it inside out.
Hetero, sexual, life, partners.
Mac Torson.
Funny apery. Male-centric workplace humor. Have you seen him?
Vichmer struggles with an umbrella and its wrist protruding from his canopy. Male-centric workplace humor. Have you seen him?
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just... Judith went to his place and found the Monday mail unopened. I think he's still there. You didn't, drink with him over the weekend, did you?
Okay.
That would be irresponsible.
With that animal? Never again, man. What is he, still down there? In, south of the interchange? What was it?
I like the combination of Shivers and Esprit de Corps of what is going on anywhere but here.
In Martinez. He's in Martinez.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up
What
there,
is an
the rain
aerostatic?
forms. Rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
I need to look up what an aerostatic is. A subfield of fluid statics. Aerostatics are the study of gases that are not in motion with respect to the coordinate system which they are considered. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover, way up there. Rainforms, rotors flutter silently. Balloons? There might be balloons. What's below?
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the Revolution. Doors leading down to Leroyam. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Motherfucker. Finish thought.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
Open trash can. You just need a pry bar. We had a thought, I think. No, what was something here? Something popped up. Was it something in this? What do you guys see what it said when it popped up on screen? Like, I guess I could just look up my stream and go back a little bit. What? There, I just saw it? Oh, that's just the symbol for I gained experience. Understood, understood. Okay, For, Lunacon asking, no idea what's happening. That was Shivers and Esprit de Corps. Shivers is basically, what is going on around me? Esprit de Corps is, what is going on with the police department?
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection
graffito?
reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the box. Fuck you, mail delivery box. Kick it. Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Mail collection box, you should man the fuck up. I feel you, mail collection box. Been there, post love into your mail collection box. Been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully, so do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
I gained morale for that.
And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachon forever.
Very well. Revachon forever. Oh yeah, to the car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
I see.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Nice parking job.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Thanks, authority. Then what are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Kreed360 Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
What are we imagining? Were we in a car crash? Imagination, help us. Were we in a car crash? Do all policemen in the Elysium have such cool motor carriages?
The Kreed360 motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
This thing if I have the words motor carriage.
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
Imagination, you aren't helping me here. What is a motor
A
carriage?
motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
Can we turn on and drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
From the
In
cabin.
the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
Pick up the radio.
frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens.
Ooh.
Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Okay.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10, this is Firewalker Cop! We're playing the most mentally ill run, so come in, Delta 10, this is Firewalker Cop.
Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendly with the lieutenant. Did you just connect me to a civilian? A Sylvie? She may have reported a murder. I don't think that's a thing we can do.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
You mean Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Let's remember that note that for later.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Go on.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
The voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling Ranks.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
So she does recognize us. So Sylvie knows us prior to us losing our memory.
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Oh boy.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Okay, I'm gonna get electrochemistry. I know you're DTF, but like, we kind of need to stay focused here. Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Let's see.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
They use the Union's phone or the one on the coast?
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Why didn't you call? Didn't a correspondent in the workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
I meant us. You should have called the police.
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Last I checked, the Union aren't the police, so...
Garbage.
Wait, is she speaking the Union's the law writer? I am the authority around here! Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse in your backyard for weeks of calling us? I am the authority around here.
Okay.
She obviously doesn't want to challenge your authority. You feel much better now. Tell me what exactly you didn't tell me.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin, or what others? I'm gonna go with what others.
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
Okay.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
I see. Don't worry about
You do? What else can I do for you?
it. Okay. Next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Okay. Did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
Don't be afraid of that pig. You have to stand up for yourself. Feminism! So you do really quitting your job just because someone asked you out is an overreaction.
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. You mean, why did I leave the bar? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gart. I already said I don't want to talk about... You mean, why did I leave... What? No, why would you even think... Please, don't...
Okay, so I can't do anything to that one.
Talk about this. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, what? No, please. I already said I don't want to talk... You mean, why did I leave the bar? Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from
you know who?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words.
Interesting.
Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Thanks, Volition. Wait a second. If that's a failure, then that means that they needed to get away from me? Because it wouldn't say that if we got it right, would it? Because volition is like our will to live and like that kind of stuff. You mean me? You need to get away from me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Interesting. Alright, I won't push you on this. Going back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Let's not hit on the person who apparently hates us. I think I got everything I need.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Empty, medium 10. Wait, why did she seem angry with you? +1, Gart asked her out. +1, wanted to get away from you. +2, inexplicable feminist agenda. -1, you said that you're the authority.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird. The great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
That does sound like me. I would throw a bird against a wall and say, "Fuck that bird." I don't know my reaction to what I saw that stuffed bird earlier on the first stream, but I feel represented.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch, bird got what was coming to her. That sounds like me, alright.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
That mean I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
Oh no.
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Even about little things. That's like not even turning down the 3 a.m. I even like them. Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the OO. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
Oh no.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant. And
Wow,
I
we
don't
sound like a
want to know.
terrible person.
And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers,
Police documents in the
threatening
toilet?
to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Oh no. Wait, where'd our gun go?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to the concern in her voice.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end. Well, you've seen the worst tavern wench. You're the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. I'm losing a little, don't you got enough party? Huh, don't even know what to say. That's honestly the most valid answer there. Like, I don't know what to say.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
When did I sing something? I'm looking for a song.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross the line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
Fair enough.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
It'd be like that. They don't have telephone cords anymore, so people don't know about that.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
I can handle not using my gun.
All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
It was truly a disco Elysium. Which
one would that be?
One that was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Richard, that right up.
Smallest church of St. Son.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Right. Thank you for talking to me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Can you connect with the British precinct? I was saying I need a report. I was told I need to connect to my station, the 41st Lazarus.
Just a second, officer.
General hold static, crackling softly like a bonfire. Although I can hear an old man greet from the radio, his rattling voice sounds like from there.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Jules Pidew.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
It's not good.
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance. No, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. I need to report my badges.
10-9, repeat message, over.
Badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain, over.
These are actual codes. I need to look this up real quick. 10 codes, release read. Okay, so let's go over this again. 10-2, signal good. 10-5, relay. This is four of us coming over. 10-4, acknowledgement. 10-18, 10-20. Quickly, location. Uh, 10-9, repeat. And then 10-4 again, acknowledgement. 10-22, I need to... 10-22 means disregard. What do you mean by disregard? It also means investigate a break-in for Norfolk, Virginia, but that doesn't seem accurate. Like, this is specifically for general purpose. 10-22 is disregard. Why would you disregard the captain?
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
I'm gonna say nothing.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Dick fucking Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Dick Mullen. See, it's funny because Dick means a investigator.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, officer, seriously. Officer has lost his badge, ha ha. Ha ha, officer has lost his badge, ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Thanks, Jules PDO, for flatly relaying even the most, like, sarcastic intonations.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell us out. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
We just move on. I want to get a report and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Okay, so we're not getting a replacement one. We're just stating that we are looking for it wherever we might have misplaced it. 10-4 means acknowledged, of course.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Why are we being called Dick Mullen? They stated specifically that the encyclopedia said Dick Mullen is not an investigator who would lose his badge, so I'd assume it's sort of like a Sherlock Holmes kind of character. So, apparently, either they're calling us Dick Mullen sarcastically, as in, like, we're a bad investigator, or they genuinely think we're a good investigator. Which is, I don't know, because we seem to, like, hate ourselves. Or at least we did before we, you know, went into a drunken stupor.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
No, we're being called Super Cop now, too. Are we actually a good detective?
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Well, please stop saying lost his badge
He
for a
asked
moment.
you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic lava.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Thanks, Jules. Know this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
10-9 is repeat. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Captain Sober?
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Okay, so we might have lost our gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here. I don't have my gun, all caps?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
Thanks, horrific necktie.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Drama. 70% chance convincingly you didn't lose your gun.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are
the gun.
Biggest one in the world. Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Sure, it's massive. Got inflated coolant along the front and hydrogen flask sticking out too. The lieutenant, Kim, what are you packing? It's a gun. What can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know what they are? Bang bang. Trick question. I'm a martial artist. My entire body is one big gun. Look, I don't have it alright. I don't have my gun. Trick question. I'm here to kick ass.
He says he's a living weapon and we are trying to trick him.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind?
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Hey, if you don't like the follow me, don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Like he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief in Big Man's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
I love this book.
Satellite Officer V.
I heard him and I'm like, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm good without my gun, thanks.
I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over.
We don't need a gun where we're going.
Pursuit of his. Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
But no, but there's some personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Well, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I want to know if you got my badge description right on your report. Could you read to me name, rank, date of birth? Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Any news about my family? Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? Any news about my family?
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
10. Just not even a
You
thing.
probably don't want to continue on this road.
Just might have thought you heard of them.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vickman.
I heard
So,
him.
was there anything else?
I don't know if you got my badge description right in your report. Could you read it to me?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Can you refer to me with my full name in the future?
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Okay, apparently it's a common
Wrap
thing.
it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Okay, I'm not really any use to doing this because I know that
That's a
they're not.
negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
10-12. Standby. Yes, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay. It's paramount to the investigation. You grant me more money. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
10-10. Fight in 10-10. Is this the right website for this information? Is there another? There's a longer one. 10-10 off duty. What was 10-22 before? Okay. I like this guy. This isn't done yet.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to Station 41's Lazarus.
It will take just a moment.
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
Gottlieb. Nick's
He's
Gottlieb.
carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I'm in a bad way, Doc. A real bad way.
Oh, it's you.
The man is unpleasantly surprised.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here.
Yes, it's Firewalker here. I think I've developed extreme photosensitivity. I think I've had a heart attack. Yeah, I think that's a valid one.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Sort of. But by God, does it burn in your chest?
Yes.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Like what your doctor should be telling you, like, hey, people like you die all the time. So don't worry about your possible heart attack. Like, Jesus fucking Christmas, my dude. I lost my memory. All of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
There is no surprise in his voice. Only careless superiority.
You're not surprised. Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
Honestly, fair. Isn't there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
I see.
So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons.
I'm sorry, Rhetoric. What the fuck do you mean?
The money is probably going to some old, oily...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
They just develop extreme photosensitivity.
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too?
Yes, lie, no. Yes.
That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure situations. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor.
What kind of doctor are you?
The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things to do here.
Hello, Yuki Kurosato in the chat. Saying foofy. You have a different icon. You haven't seen you change your icon in, like, forever. It's Firewalker here.
Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and...
You're an exaggerated inhale and a long exhale on the other end of the line. I feel like you're making fun of me.
I'm the most serious person at the station, detective. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems?
Guess that's it for now. The potion click, the phone clicks. Suddenly you hear the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox.
I thought he said, don't breathe the general of your fart. I think they were saying to not breathe the smell of our feet because we are terrible and gross.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Take the pry bar.
Bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more.
Thanks, physical instrument. Always there for me in times of extreme violence.
Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Thanks, interfacing. Take the chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Take the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
No shit.
Pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers, and the radio.
Run your fingers on one of the
its
steering
hook.
levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Interesting. Well, that was vehicle.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
Okay, first of all, what do you mean by you've been monitoring me internally suggestion? And secondly, wait, there are kappa types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
I'm sorry you had to monitor me.
Okay, just for the length of this short demonstration, please say something that isn't, I'm sorry. Guess. What is it?
Some kind of weapon cop.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
You know I'm not. Yeah, you know I'm not sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. I've changed my mind. Okay, what about the other coppers? Can the other coppers have to be jealous? Fucking they should be sorry.
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up.
You know what? Actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
Won't the other coppers be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything.
Okay, but what are other copper types?
You know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
I don't want to be the sorry cop. That seems like a bad thing to be. Yeah, I feel like this would get me something, but you know what? Fuck you! I'm not sorry. Fuck off!
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then. Check out the big balls on fire cop.
Thanks, Half-Light! See, physical is always here for me! Fuck you, mental stats! Big balls on the fire cop! Let's see. Pry bar, equipped with lock containers in the world. The red tip pry bar has Carson T heavy duty engraved just below the handle. It's satisfyingly heavy, and perhaps one of the most useful tools to carry around. Equip these to open lock containers in the world. The meanest looking pair of cutters you've ever seen, made by Gottwald by Wallschirm Werkzeug. No chain, wire, nor barbed fence will ever stand in your way again. They look hungry, ready to chew steel. Equip this to discover secret orbs in shady areas. A police flashlight bearing the logo of Grunstelung Rau. The small dynamo packed inside the handheld illumination device theoretically gives you the ability to produce a tiny amount of electricity anytime, anywhere. Pay for damages. Figure out who you need to call. Talk to Gark for Sylvie. Track down your badge. Make clear how you find the tiny piece of plastic in a world this huge. People just stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. And your gun. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. A district authority, like someone high up in the Union. Someone local who saw it with you before you passed out. The link is ask the bartender, who would ask the local pawn shop. And information about the gun. What happened here? I could level up? I could level up something. How does that work? I guess it's putting this extra point into it. What would give me an increased stat into something. What do I feel like putting my points into? I'm trying to remember. What were the insane fucking things? Because it was Shivers. Half-Life's pretty fucking insane. Inland Empire's insane. Conceptualization's insane. I think we need to increase our conceptualization a little bit more. Why don't we be a bartender once? It's still a possibility, but a bartender can hear a lot of stories without even traveling. Yeah, bartending always seems like a fun job. Everything I've heard from bartenders is always like, you could you gotta mix drinks and have a good time talking to people. Let's get our conceptualization up a little higher. We're gonna be so good at art.
Yeah.
Kim! Bye. Oh, person. Talk to me.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
With my Metastone, so accenting the beats as he goes. Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
Finish energy. I'm the law.
You sure are, my man.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
Notice the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
Traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Fair enough. Like your tats, by the way.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
What's up in the room?
Upon days.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Sure, I'm the phrase, but I can roll it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Here, I don't know if you have anything covering in that game, but do I see your butt hanging loose, or is it the graphics?
Behind the
one
law,
second.
However, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
I don't want cigarettes. I'm trying to not do drugs. Anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Honestly valid. Tell me more of the strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Why'd you say bless me? I don't think I sneezed. I might have coughed. What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly.
Ah, a company led by the people.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type.
I might need to talk to them about why
precise demands and so on.
why the police were not called about a body.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
It makes a ka-ching sound. Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise.
You are unblessed.
I just do my job and get
paid. Never fucking bless me again.
I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glanced down the road toward the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
I fucking hate electrochemistry. Here's some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Fair enough. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
I like that we could have just immediately arrested him. Just like, you're going to jail, my friend.
They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Can I go to those fallen tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
That extremely valid. So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
What's your machine behind you?
It's rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get
Oh,
rid of.
giving me little hearts, I see.
You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, these lures are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran somehow.
Wamrau. A fun name. Wamrau.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Right, I had another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Empathy, formidable. What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you? Hey, Tommy, spill the beans. Charlie, my man, I want to know about your soul!
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Damn it. Never know. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
He just with 2 fingers. There's a little surroundings. I see. I squeak. Hey, I should talk to Gart. Gart's my main man. Well, an elf put points into endurance. Oh, this is almost like a D&D thing. Oh yes, Disco Elysium is like a book with RPG, like D&D mechanics. You have 24 stats separated into 4 like major like stats, and each of them affect the odds of you succeeding on a roll, and each of them have their own like personality when talking to you. Like physical instrument and whatnot keep wanting to like do as many violently physical things as possible. Volition is just trying to keep you alive, and Inland Empire is your imagination and is completely off into weird thoughts. Encyclopedia just gives you random knowledge about things that are never relevant. It's a really fun concept, and it's a really fun game so far. Shivers is a fun one, which is just, hey, wanna know what's going on anywhere but here? Like, Shivers at one point just like, I was in the middle of like that little plaza out there, and Shivers just started to tell me about literally everything going on in the city. In every direction. There's like esprit de corps is police, and it just started telling me what was happening at the police station all the way across town. Yeah, like the first 6 are intellect. They're like your brain smarts. The next 6 are your like social skills. Then your physical skills, and then your like senses. You also have thoughts that you can improve, and they get, like, stats and whatnot out of it. You joined a D&D club at your school. You're planning on starting to sell merch and expand. Oh! Are you, like, known somewhere? Do you have a presence on the internets? When did this thing... No, don't talk to me. My man, my dude, my man.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs with me. And it isn't callous. It's common sense. I wonder what this feeling is.
Him and find out.
Yes, to you. Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
What if I told you I'm a hobo, or soon to be one, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too?
Yes.
But I need the leftovers to survive. Good call, so would I. Teacher made a fish.
I'm not a fishing teacher. That is not why we keep our trash locked. Any place with a kitchen does it. It's not political, I assure you.
Yes.
I need to look to survive.
I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem.
Yes.
He stares at you, beady-eyed.
We need those
What do you
keys.
need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
How long is this game? I assume quite long. This is the building we started the game in, and we have not traveled that far from it, and there are other places to go. It is a novel of a game.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer!
His face flushed with emotion. A rash covers his neck.
I assure you it was him.
Thanks.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Fair enough.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
Maybe I have a vendetta against it?
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
That bird ain't no symbol of hope.
It's a menace and a traitor! Thanks, Half-Light. Half-Light is your fight-or-flight skills. It is always ready to fucking go.
Alright. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
Great-grand-uncle would have loved this. He loved games like this. I didn't know there were more games like this. But yeah, it's a very interesting game. I'm very much enjoying it so far. The way you can, like, play the protagonist in so many different ways is fun. For the record, we just wake up on the floor of our room completely naked with no memory of how we got there or who we are. We, at this point in the game, still don't know our name. Nobody wants to tell us. Wait, he repeats. Did she say anything about me?
Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any professional discounts. Already he's reverting back to defensive.
Goodbye.
Hey.
Psst. What do you want, Rhetoric? Oh,
yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come... Again? And also, how come there's a word on the street? Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before.
What do you mean I
Hasn't
built
really
communism
worked out
before?
yet, but neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner.
Good. We need tender men like you building gargantuan communism. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted by human beings. Is that right?
How come there's a word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Oh, wait, that's solid. I haven't said anything. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Rhetoric, what the fuck are you talking about?
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait for it, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
I don't do failure.
Of course you do. You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped, shat on. While everyone else is out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed.
Those are states a quark
Matter
can be
failed
in.
to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Well, roll up your sleeves. We're gonna build communism. Rhetoric sold me.
Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Roll up your sleeves further and breathe in the pristine air. The Soviet socioeconomics. We have a new thought, baby! It's like reaction. People think communism has some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world in order to return again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempts to rebuild communism in the year 51. Internalize. What was that stat that... There was a stat up here that I could not do because I failed at it. This?
The bed is cold and not particular. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Oh, I could try this. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror. Tool not in hand. Encyclopedia. I would need more encyclopedia for that. Oh, held right. I now have a flashlight.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Fair enough. You know, firing squads. Oh yeah, we can go back here now. You're right, small chemicals in pine trees.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Garancy and Kubek. His name is now Garancy Kubek.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
Oh, so I got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Cool. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine!
Inexplicable feminist agenda.
We did it.
There is something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow you've come to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back.
Bonuses. +1 empathy. Could evolve into RFA. And -1 electrochemistry. Would have to quit drugs to get there. Fine by me. I hate electrochemistry.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Filling in rags or something about this place that makes me... I think this...
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Yeah, the door's a mega investigation. The door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Touch the door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to push the door open.
The door does not budge.
Very well. Gart, tell us about the door.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Okay.
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Once figuring across the counter to check the dirt. So just to be clear, you don't know how to open it.
Nope. No idea. Don't want to either.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, purple reminds me of Snape. He does have some Snapey vibes.
You see a heavy steel door.
We had a thought there for a second.
Yes?
Spice, I'll let someone hangs in the air. Thank you. Back outside. What stat did I need to have for this man?
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Empathy. I could level up empathy.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
Hey
This
Tommy,
seems
solar
like a
beans. What's troubling you?
You really are the law, aren't you?
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn. It really is hard to talk.
Damn. Let's go bust open a container.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock this.
Bust this bad boy
trash
open.
container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Force time. Jam the tool into the lid and pull.
You stick the pry bar
Let's get success!
beneath the lid and push down. It doesn't take much force. With a satisfying crack, the metal gives way. You can open the lid now.
So, the different things have different, like, difficulties labeled by, like, medium, easy, trivial, like, legendary, impossible, godly, that kind of thing. Legendary is one of the harder ones, and we just fucking nailed it. We had a 28% chance of that. We had a 1 in 4 chance. See the proper end of the fissure beneath the lid and push down. It doesn't take much force, but with a satisfying crack, the metal gives away, and you can open the lid now.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
No, we need to investigate now.
Yeah, that's Just like that, he opens the
The
lid.
smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'm into hi-fi.
That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking.
The
in
Yellow
saffron.
Man. An
Only
antique?
in its social sensibility.
Take them on. The lieutenant briefly glanced at the mug, then returns the sight to the trash.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Look under the boxes of carton. Yay!
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
The
Among
rags.
the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
So he was killed, hung up, and then stripped of his clothes?
Drop them in here, officer.
Dyed the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the
It's a
belt is
container.
missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's
all
all.
right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the Whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Ask the kids.
Fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Are these our documents?
Officer, Is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Miserable looking slip page sticks up to the board.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
It must have been Kramer's doll. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life in the toilet. Rather than talk about it. I need it for the great bloodletting to begin.
What are you talking about?
I speaketh the tongue.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCN's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Interact. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling rig's dumpster. This person of Samarin descent, frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Seems to be a cheap knock of some colonial-era antique. Interact.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
I think you've got a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm not going to use it as an example of what I'm going to use as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push in this, face it, every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Just a funny mug.
Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you get back to your case? It's just a racist mug.
Why you get that mug talk again?
It will not happen. The mug talk.
I want to talk to the mug. I feel like I fucked up the mug talk. I just found the trash full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a close look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes in the case.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
For the record, I don't think that the racist mug was funny. I just thought it would be the most insane thing to say, and that tends to be my goal here when it comes to verbal options. Because I feel like I could have gotten communism points if I chose one of the other ones.
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you.
There was mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Probably don't want to call your case that.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Yeah, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named the case The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
I see.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper, using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Plus the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named your case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The Furies are at home in the mirror. Setting sun. Shit on a stick. Actually, I don't have one. If I remember correctly, the game was originally going to be called something of the Furies. So I think the Furies that are home in the mirror is going to be good.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Shit on a stick!
Ah, yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Yuki says, there is a child over there. Punt the child, Avery. Punt it. I already talked to that kid. And one of the things you can do is try to punch them. You can successfully punch them. I did not successfully punch them. I failed the roll. I did reload a bunch of times to see what happens when you punch them. But yes, you can punch the child. And I've not gotten to it yet, but I know for a fact that at some point in this game, you are capable of shooting a child because they annoy you too much. You get an immediate game over. I know that. I don't know which kid it is, but I know you can shoot a kid and get a game over.
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
What a knock! The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so...
I might try to shoot a kid at some point. Just gonna put that one out there.
Something more concrete, perhaps? You have something concrete. Mundane. Usual.
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
I don't have another name.
Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one.
Go ahead. Wait. Let me guess. The Hanged Man?
Oh, that's actually what I was thinking. The Hanged Man. I like that. A good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done expecting these. Close the case files.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Inspect the
An
clip.
aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping
I'm
the
gonna
papers
together. Blast that child in
pencil,
next week.
Worn down to nothing.
As soon as I have a firearm. I don't know where my gun is. I'm gonna cross the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Okay, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Yuki says, Avery, I'll tell your mom. Yuki, my mom is dead. They're not gonna stop me from shooting a kid.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that. Your kill counts. Yours will surely have your
Kill count. How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
I just need the 10 notes.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry
Yuki,
sight.
Yuki, it's fine. It's been a couple years now. See, that one is more valid. Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Leave it there. It's cool.
Cool toilet paper. I mean kitchen tissue.
Arson,
petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files. Commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter.
Understood.
You don't exactly close them. So
browse the yellow
in
papers.
the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered.
I'm not going to eat the toilet paper.
Armies. These look
This was both in the toilet and then in a dumpster.
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
I see. Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Thanks, physical instrument.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people.
You're reading The Good Thief.
Fines
I don't
for
know what that
wrongdoers,
is.
Interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Wait, blue is the color of mystery. What did you say the color was?
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there
Hello,
a
Sugyoraku.
hidden compartment?
Blue is the color of
The
mystery.
plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Fun fact, the color blue comes from lapis lazuli. Prior, we didn't have a name for blue. Anything that was blue in color was typically just called green. The sky was green, the oceans were green. Basically anything that we saw was blue was green. But the first thing that we ever referred to as explicitly blue was the rock lapis lazuli. Because it is a very distinctly blue color, and people wanted to reference that specific color, things that looked like lapis lazuli. And so that second half, lazuli, or lazuli, would eventually become azuli, and then azure. Azure, of course, people would know as the Spanish word for blue. The word itself, blue, came about later, but the first time we ever referred to blue as its own color was azure. I actually don't know where blue itself came from. I'm going to need to look up the etymology of the word blue. Etymology, blue. It comes from the French word for blue. Related to blowen. Blue. Color of the clear sky. Sky colored. Lynchblau, pale pallid. Interesting. Huh. It came from a word meaning pale. As well as sort of like to shine, flash, or burn. So blue came from like Proto-Germanic and French to refer to the pale sky. Huh. And that became blue, which naturally, English got a lot of its loanwords from French because French was the language of the aristocracy. English was the language of the common man, and so to communicate, we adopted a lot of French words. And that makes sense that blue would have been adopted over things like azure. Not blue flames. I assume it's just the fact that the sky is bright. When you look up at the sky, it's a bright, pale color. It's a pale azure instead of like a dark azure. So it's a pale sky. Interesting. The name for the color blue came from rocks and skies. Nice.
There's pain in there, if you want some. That much you know.
Thanks, Pain Threshold. How would I open it?
With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Smell
The
delicious.
acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose.
Yeah,
It now
clear sky.
forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Give me the medium 11 logic. Can I read the case files now?
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
It's possible, yes. Easy, no. You need to come up with a small archaeological system to reorder the remains of your past works. The moment, all they do is fall apart in your hands. Some dates of a new particular system is all you have. Interfacing. Pop it open. Yes.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know,
slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling,
Hey,
reaching their tentacles
it's
toward
me.
each other in the colored pencil drawings.
I'm an octopus.
The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Cool. Fucking kill yourself, asshole! That's such a random thing to put there. Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
There was a apricot chewing gum scented one. I saw that. I don't know why, when I was looking down these like earlier this stream, my eyes caught the word apricot, and that suddenly clicked to me.
A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
Volition, I'm ignoring you. Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul.
Well, this is really
and I
sweet.
will always come back to it.
Really?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
If this is in our clipboard, I assume this must be our wife?
You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, no, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Hold sideways. Disco Elysium. Begin.
There is nothing.
Thanks, ancient reptilian brain. This is how the game started.
Again.
Nothing.
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, Yuki, this is how the game opened, with the ancient reptilian brain talking to you while you're unconscious, and then the limbic system slipping in. Because, like, these are, like, the deepest parts of your consciousness. These are your just being a thing that exists, and your most base, like ability to think, just talking to each other. Because your ancient reptilian brain is like, that is your base instinct. Like, that is your... You are breathing, and you are, like, feeling. And the limbic system is, you have a want. This is your, like, most base sense of having a need. He speaks of the sickening. He's grasping for it. No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Just a podcast in your head, yeah. Was that the exo thing?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Enough. Just lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious.
Perception. Taste.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Water is delicious, for the record. I'm very curious to know what this would have said if you lost it. Because the fun thing is that because there are a range of skills in, like, different difficulties, I'm so curious to what the, like, victory of like godly difficulty ones are, and what the losings of incredibly easy challenges are. Like, what would it have said if I did not recognize that water tastes delicious? Like, there's a reason I dumped my stats out, like, because I wanted them to be as bad as possible. I want to see the failure of all of my senses, as trivial as they may be. Drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes.
I gained health for that, but I'm not injured, so...
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed.
We may have been on an alcoholic bender for a while.
What happened?
Should ask you the same. Came counting with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. Dehydrate, what happened again? I fucking start climbing on the gunner car. Should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Let's see. Came counting with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. I think that's probably the best answer here. Like, dehydrated, yes, we were under the effects of alcohol, but we passed it like as soon as we read that, so...
That does sometimes happen.
Yeah, we got the thing. Ledger of failure and hatred!
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Hell yeah. Less authority, but more imagination and empathy. Sure. Lieutenant's handkerchief. The handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Corner is adorned with lace and a tiny embroidered portiere. The green ape, the ape's closed eye kind of expression adorning his face seems to be meditating. There's all my clothes I'm not wearing.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back.
Slid the drawer
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now
Pick up the card
You
again.
stare at the card, willing your hand to move. It refuses. It's too much. Not a game.
I'm so curious about fucking kill yourself, you asshole. What's a permeables
It's
contain?
slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked.
What happens if you eat nothing but apples? You will die of... probably a lack of proteins? Like, you'll be getting some vitamins, you'll be getting water, you'll be getting carbohydrates, but I believe you'll be lacking in the necessary proteins to keep the more specific functions of your body running. Like, it's made of vegetation, so you'll have, like, fiber, I guess. It's not a very fibrous thing, but, apples are good for you with the number of vitamins they give you, but they are not a thing you can survive on. Which is funny because a potato is. You can survive off of a potato, mostly. The only thing you'll be running low on with potato is fats. Like, you will be losing out on your, like, fats and sort of, like, more, polysaccharides, I believe they're called. So yeah, you can literally live off of potatoes and butter.
Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline.
Cool.
Hobocop.
Hobocop.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old l'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Reveals extra special collector's edition Terre bottles on the map. More money from selling Terre. Learning cap for Shivers raised to 6. I have a new one of these, don't I? Yeah, I got White Morning. Temporary research bonus. Minus 130. Little guy gets further and further away. Reach time 5 hours. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from the distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? Great white object. Then the sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgetting its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look. He moves. The feeling animates him. You can see them reaching for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. How do I unlock a slot? Remind me to unlock slots. These things seem useful. I see. We need a bit more experience, then we can pop open another slot.
Yes?
Inland Empire. I need to consider that one again.
The trash container. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled
I want to check for those special bottles. Like that one guy in The Martian. I don't know what The Martian... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. What do I need to look at this body?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body...
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Little secret passages. Strange door in the rolling house. No one knows what they lead. Clothes in the trash. As Kuno knows anything but the victim's clothes. Oh yeah, I can do that real quick.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
How do I turn on the headlights?
The soft glow.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Turns the preheater on, waits, takes out the keys and says, already, right, turn it.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian.
That is a hell of a sound for a vehicle to make. Headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Close the door. Another cool thing about this game is everything can be played with just the mouse. Everything is clickable.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Was there no pride in the tense voice?
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
I see. It's like trying to load Minecraft servers on a Kindle. Oh no.
In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Thanks, Shivers. Why are you like this?
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Lays his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out to the Great Ocean. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
The rectangular water.
Let me see. Right here.
I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Yay, thanks, Shivers, again.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Top the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
18 is a pretty decent number regardless of what you're doing. Like, 18 victories, 18 wins, 18 kills, 18 trophies, 18 cars, 18 apples eaten in a single sitting. 18 mistakes, 18 accidental discharges. Kim Kitsurage is French. They are of a, Asian heritage, but they are born and raised French, so that's why they speak with a French accent.
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What are the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these little holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
I don't want to let you down, physical instrument.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
18 years on this? Got drunk like a megastar? I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. I was like, when I lived under a boat. I think it's some boring ops job, same as everyone else. I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? 18 years I've done this?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
I walked the land telling whores and liars the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining.
Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot of money in doom crying. Let's move on, shall we?
Thanks, Kim. You're cool.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
I would have thought there'd be more.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in
Wow, so
90th
we really
percentile of
were
all RCM
like
officers.
the best investigator on the force. We were the super cop. I think it's saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't seem to think highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
Gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Hey! Gloves!
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Cool. Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
I'm curious how I can suggest the other things as my past.
Those are perforations.
Son,
the first row represents your years of service.
Got drunk like a megastar.
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on. This next row, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot. Even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2
that's
decades.
a solace, I guess.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got...
That's right. A killer of humans.
Thanks,
For
Half-Life.
an RCM officer, there are certain officers, but it seems...
He sincerely... The lieutenant.
Those are...
Son.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years.
The only thing I have any idea?
Fair point. This next row... Wow, more than 2... It's quite a lot. Even for
I don't
someone
think I could ever
who's been on
become
the...
this person.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. For an RCM... There are... But it seems...
He sincerely... The lieutenant nods.
Those are...
Son.
The first row represents...
Sorry
your
if I'm
years
doing
of
this, like...
service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at
Probably
all.
some boring
What
office
did you do
jobs.
before?
Things everyone
No
knows.
shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of this next row, wow,
Yeah.
more than... It's quite a lot. Even for someone who's been... Call it what... Right. For an RCM office, there's... But it's...
He sincerely... The lieutenant nods.
Those are
Son.
The first row represents...
I was a
your
hope when I
years
lived
of-
under a
you
boat.
know, the RCM is a volunteers organization. We would have no qualms with vagrants joining our ranks were they qualified. But this next row, wow, more than... It's quite a lot. Even... Right. For an RC... There are... But it seems as though you are...
He sincerely... The lieutenant.
Those are
One more.
Son.
The first row represents your years. Maybe you were a diplomat. Or in PR. Doesn't matter. This next row, wow, more than... It's quite a lot. Right. For an RCM, there are... But it seems as though...
He sincere... The lieutenant.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page.
Where's my... Statistics! Superstar Cop 3, Apocalypse Cop 2, Sorry Cop 5, Boring Cop 2, Communist 4, Fascist 1, Ultra Liberal 1, Moralist 0, Good Cop / Bad Cop 1, Honor 0, People Killed 3, Cases Solved 216, Years in Service 18. Good to know. Also, I can see the things I've not been able to do prior. This way, I guess. Hello, man in the middle of the road.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Why do we know that? Why is that we decided to call this man? We just took one look at him and said, yep, that's racist lorry driver. They haven't even said anything racist. They just called racist lorry driver. Welcome to Revachol. Announced the Rotuman. The remark isn't addressed at you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Hey, I know Revachol. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Okay, what's going on here? Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Fucking go off, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim. I've got your back. Get later and punch his shoulder. I think we all learned something here. Small Lorman. Now that's settled. We have a couple of questions. I think we all learned something here.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride? Impossible to tell.
Now that's settled. We have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
I found this mug in the trash. Is it yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Racism!
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Sheep don't do that.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Oh, so you're so racist. Makes sense. I can't really remember what that means. Please explain.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Well, yeah? What's the problem with that, then?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Wait, what's cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio.
I'm just gonna listen to a racist man rant.
Chanson lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Sorry about that. It's true, he pushes on. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixed races. Who knows what can happen if you don't stay in their birthplace. You know, with a new subrace with unknown characteristics leading to extra competition. That's why you got to control the offspring. Yeah, I can get down with races. I think I can get down with racism.
Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the forces that seek to undermine the well-being of our people.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn of events. Oh no, not too happy.
It's about not...
Change the topic. The way he says it makes
Someone has to be the
all
unpopular
sound.
guy.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior.
What else have you thought of?
Lately, we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior...
Okay,
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kids are showing up good lately. Same with the It's true.
Nothing.
Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who
Yeah, sure,
knows what
whatever.
might
I'd really
happen
rather talk about
if
something
people
else.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the cat.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense something there, below. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Not...
Change the topic.
Oh, you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. People who've studied these things
Alright,
said that...
I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Oh?
It's really disappointing that you don't want to hear more. What's
Go right ahead.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, not a lot of moral fiber on this one.
What are you hauling?
Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Bulwark. And how long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months.
They put your shirt in your mouth and cry. It sounds like
just
a
last week or so.
Ah! 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 I don't think I can do that. A month, 2 months, maybe. Just freaking. This has been just last week.
Apples.
Hey, apples! You can't survive on those. We just discussed this.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Oh, not much anymore. Apples. Fine.
He's given you the runaround.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, you were bested.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? Or were you just trying to win his confidence?
Well, now you've done it. Let's see if you can talk your way out of this one.
Relax, I was praying the time-honored technique known as the lie. Just I can convey that I understood his grievances and wasn't judging him for having them. I really want to believe that this would get me neoliberalism points. Would this get me neoliberalism? Do you think it's like? Do you think it would get me like advanced liberalism to let a person be racist? Sorry, my eye itches. Yeah, sorry, I was just itching my eye. I felt like something got in it. I don't know what I want to say here. I need to message my friend real quick. Do I want to be down with racism? I want Kim, on one hand, I want Kim to like me. On the other hand, I want to be down with racism. Because it seems like the more deranged thing to say. I need to get more opinions. I need more opinions on if I should be down with racism. I am playing Disco Elysium. How down with racism should I be? And then now I await the replies as I sit here in desperate curiosity over how racist I should be. I just noticed that the pattern behind our character is the same pattern as the tie. Anyways, what's happened since the start of talking to the racist dude? I talked to them, and I listened to their theories on racism, and I said, yeah, I think I'm down with racism. And then Kim wanted to talk to me. And now I'm debating whether or not I state that it was a lie, or that I was just trying to convey that I understood his grievances and wasn't judging them for having them. But at the same... There's no way you were asking that. I did in fact ask that. But I do not want my gay Kim. Do not want gay Kim to hate me. Since he is a race. But the ideals of fascism tempt. I could be the world's first fascist communist. I could have every political ideology simultaneously. I will be the FDR. All of the political ideologies. I was just trying to convey that I understood his grievances and wasn't judging him for having them.
So you don't find his views, say, unbefitting of a police officer?
It's not about me. As police officers, we gain nothing by stalking out the moral high ground over him. Of course, but he's also not entirely responsible for them. I haven't been in this world for long. Already, I'm a product of my environment. He's got a point! I suppose this is the best answer here.
There are tens of thousands of people who grew up in Martinez and somehow managed to avoid becoming racists, who yell, "Come here, saffron picker," at passers-by. Our position in Ravachol is already precarious. Many people think we are vigilantes as it is. I can't have them thinking we are racist vigilantes to boot.
I don't want Kim to hate me! Well, actually, this is so painful.
Stop right there. I know what you're going to say. Don't. Also, these attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business. Now, let's get back to the task at hand.
Did we get fascism points? We got fascism points!
Yes?
I don't feel good that I got fascism points. I feel like such a bad person.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
Jump Jam is a popular music mag. Most able-bodied men. This issue hosts top 10 lists. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. You shouldn't feel threatened by handsome men. Don't be silly. There's so many different things. We are making cash money beyond the which anyone can see. Crit, sick. I like that it's sick because it's spelled with 3 T's for some reason. What's over this?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Good night, Yuki Kusoto. Have a good night. What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yes, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see. How do I pick up tear for the machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Cool. Look at that pop song plays the radio.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine
St. Baptiste
bottles,
Pharmaceuticals.
nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do those do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Maybe a little specific?
No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Fair enough.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
I see. So it's a 20-cent deal if you get the higher ones.
St. Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. That one. There.
Do you have any ammonia?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Raise your hand in the air. We will consider the ammonia.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Shimmering wall of vices.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
Still a good behind her than just to have.
Good thing you're an unrecovering alcoholic then.
Shut up, electrochemistry.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
I will be leaving. Yeah, there was a dozen of them tulips too.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat.
I see.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
I don't need one. Oh, yeah, I could talk to her directly.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
Clerk seems nice, yeah.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Arts. What's the magazine you're
You
reading?
mean this?
This is the cover of boasting colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
I approve of this, very futuristic.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
What is this,
I don't know. Frit?
What is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it room with 3 T's?
They think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Dirty Funk. Oh yeah, the song at the start of today's stream was Dirty Funk. from the Magenta album. Let's proceed. That's a question for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Just heard of a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags.
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
No, I'm guessing to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Turn back to the magazine without waiting to respond. Tell me about the dead body.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
How long has it been
I
there?
don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't...
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Like, does it mean you know him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
Thank you for your help. Tell me anything about this reality we're in.
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
Tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah. That's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
What about the physical reality,
I don't
then?
know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit?
No, I mean, where are we on a larger scale?
Mankind, or as a nation, or...
As a mankind.
In a good place. I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
Cool. Cool. What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
We're in Frit as mankind.
As a nation.
We're in a transition. You know, transitioning from monarchy to democracy.
Fair enough.
All that stuff. We're in Frit as mankind, or...
Like, where in the
we're
world?
in Revachol, like, on the Insulindian Isola.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're in as mankind. In a good... I mean, science is doing great, and this...
What is the revolution?
Ordinary people take over the government and, demands democracy.
What about the one we had here in Evershaw?
Yeah, it happened, like, 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
The coalition. What's that? Someone told me there is
Our
one.
government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore. Give me my cool stat! We gotta talk to the gardener.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
My partner told me I had some ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it.
Takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it
Go
to you.
easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
After on. Inspect the victim's body. Thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting used to treat fainting spells, produced by St. Bastiste Pharmaceuticals. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to Kuno. Kuno!
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
Please don't wait.
The lieutenant does.
Don't listen. You can pay tribute to Kuno.
Okay, Kuno, not helpful.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Gosh dang it. I don't think I want to be a cop. Money didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
I'm gonna pay it back with me.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son? You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer, or you will lose.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a comment? Give me a moment. I got this. Let's try again. I don't want to do something. Can we do something else? I think I want to go solve something else now. I just can't do it. Give me a moment. I got this. Let's try again.
An appropriate attitude. You need to get your shit together.
Shake your head. My shit is together.
No, it's not, officer. No. You will get your shit together.
Stern impression.
You're sure this has not affected his impression of you in a good way? For a moment, the hanged man appears to smile. His lips are red, like a clown's.
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are at it.
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you've gotten your act together.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. What's annoying is that, they mentioned coach, and I'm upset because there's one of these, which is... Coach. I saw it. Coach physical instrument. I feel like I just missed that one.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated. An inconspicuous pile of the roof.
Very perplexing.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Please open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
It's prosthetic over as
The
well.
doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Andrew Orlando Hair
You
SCA.
ring the doorbell. Just seeing the words Andrew Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair.
Artemiteps. Boxing for young athletes in gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's Fashion
You
Atelier.
wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
Fabron's Taxi.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Slipstream Ska.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice crackling fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
Hold on, Tricentennial. I thought this was calling Slipstream SCA.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you.
Electrochemistry, now's not the time.
Beats faster. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Who are you? Where are you?
Michelle, just please.
You know, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Hold on, tell me what's going on. What did I do?
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally speak again.
This is bizarre as hell. Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just
Another
happened?
seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright, it's goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
I need a beat of volition to call it again.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different
Success.
person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell. Wait, a strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
As I talked, there was some confusion. You got me mixed up with someone else? Hi, it's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Wait, are you repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
The way the voice drops when you finish the sentence sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months.
Huh. Doesn't matter what I say, you're just going to continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, as if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Fucking cold.
Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this. Anger boils up in your chest.
Go ahead, ancient recording. Cry then.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain.
That's a thing to say.
If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans la dernière balle.
Dans le dernier ball.
So...
The strange alien thought patterns end. The lieutenant cuts in inspecting the intercom. I'm on the beach, dans le dernier ball.
It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
Interesting. This game is the world's most emotional .txt. Valid. Fortress accident, Ska.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress accident.
Revachol, Ice City.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Main hall, building B, whirling in ranks.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
East Delta Pinball, entrance from building B.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Interesting. The beach. Giant force crack the pavement like an eggshell.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
Bench.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Interesting. It's been 3.5 hours. I think, we should probably end it there. We are literally exactly where we were, more or less exactly where we were when we finished off last time, which is just outside the building we freaking started this game in. But we got more brain things. I came out as a racist, I guess. It happens. Well, I didn't come out as necessarily racist so much as a person who is extremely lacking in moral fiber. but also a communist and a feminist. I'm gonna be all of the ists. I'm gonna be the istist. We also know that I've only killed 3 people and I'm basically a super cop. But yeah, thank you all for coming this evening. I've been having a lot of fun playing this game, and I'm really curious to know where it's going, and hopefully to get basically anywhere closer to solving this mystery. Yeah. Absolutely fun time all around. But, obviously we got to go, so. Thank you! Today's most loved viewer goes to Yuki Kuwasada for being wonderful and reacting so strongly to me wanting to shoot a child. Yeah. That will be all. So I will see you all on the next stream, which will be, of course, Monday. And it will be... I guess I gotta make the joke. I'll see you all next year. Yeah. It was a fun Disco's best stream game. It doesn't seem that like, a lot of people showed up at the beginning, but then it just kind of mellowed out. It's a nice game. But it's not that catching, it seems. But yeah. I'm enjoying it, though, so I'm gonna have to continue it. I will talk to you all next time. Good night.